I tell you what, I'm multi-talented. I can play the triangle, a mean triangle as well.
If you can play it in time, you're on stage.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you see, I don't sing. Well, actually, I do sing, but I sing about tenor. I sing tenor, or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me.
12 miles. I like that.
It's true. Believe me, it's really true. Nobody wants to hear me sing.
Hey,
they
Facebookers.
really don't. Welcome along, guys. Welcome back again. This is our second interview for today here at Galaxy, and we're talking to the Grammy nominees for 2019, Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf, and I'm so excited to talk to these guys. A lot of fun. Whole band's turned out, and we'll also say a big shout out to George Clinton as well, who I really am impressed about this, melding the Clinton and the Parliament sound with the Blue Wolf sound. This is amazing, it really is. Anyway, meet Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. We're doing the Facebook Live right now, and we'll send you a copy of everything we do so that you'll be able to put the, we'll do some crazy photos after the interview and everything like that, so you can put them on your phones, show all your friends. Don't do this with Kiwis, it's not healthy.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Bo.
At the same time, we'll convert the interview from Facebook Live to YouTube. You'll be able to, most people throw it in the bin once they get it.
No, we're going to share it. We're going to share it.
That's awesome. Great
Well,
news.
you do that at your own risk, okay? Believe me.
Yeah, like what do you mean crazy on a scale of 1 to 10? Can you go 11 or like
20?
Yeah, let's get 20.
And at the same time, we'll do a very, very short video that we'll put on our website, because believe me, with the amount of traffic we get, they don't just stream us, they go get nosy, have a look through our websites. And everything. Sometimes I feel like the most oogled guy in the world, I've got to be honest with you. But they go and have a look. So we put a shout-outs page right on the home page, then people go and have a look at that. Before you know it, you'll have another 5,000 Facebook friends or something.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the desk. Let's have some fun. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 11 after 11 and 15 degrees. Yeah, I think we can do better, I really do. It is Thursday, August 29th, and of course that's going to be sounding rather weird to the people we're talking to. It's still Wednesday evening over there, and they're getting ready for a show tonight. We're talking to this year's 2019 Grammy nominees, of course, Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. Good evening, guys over there. Good morning from us here. Yeah, absolutely. It is party time here at Galaxy with Miss Velvet, and believe me, absolutely love this band. I really, really do. I first heard Dear some time ago. We've been playing a lot of that. You're quite familiar with it. And of course, the most requested Miss Velvet song is Rain. We're going to be getting into that a little later on. But Miss Velvet, let's introduce a few people here. Constance C. Diddy Hellman, keyboards. Welcome along, Constance.
Hi.
And of course, we got to get in there. My favourite artist, of course, coming out of New York right now is Miss Velvet herself. Good evening.
What's up? How you guys doing?
It is a pleasure to get to you guys, and believe me, I'm feeling a little overdressed. You guys are all in your bathrobes. Maybe I should be there.
Let's go for you. Let's go. Right on the beach. You can have mine. Come on.
You know, I'm kind of feeling I'm missing out on something. I should be in a bathrobe, I think. But believe me, you suit yours, I don't suit mine at all. Just ask the wife. Henry, absolute pleasure to meet you, my friend. Love your guitar work, my friend. I really, really do. You're an absolute shredder. And we get a lot of people that ask about the guitarist out of Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. And finally, we're going to be able to ask you a few questions. At the same time, I want to talk about Fat Blunt. I'm always in for this. How about sparking up a Fat Blunt with me?
Let's do it. Yeah.
So this also included, of course, George Clinton. Now we're talking Hall of Famer, multi-Grammy winner, and he's been now touring with you for a couple of years now. How did this come about?
I'm going to pass this off to C. Diddy. You want to kind of, or you want to? Yeah.
It was like a manifestation of dreams coming true. Like literally, Kanye has always been a big fan of Clinton. It's funny because when you first got me to point, you remind me of like Bootsy Collins, New Age. It was like, oh, somebody knows Bootsy Collins. I was so excited about it. So I was like, yeah, I'm very cool. Like, I'm with it. And they would just like find out she was just such a huge George fan. And we recorded our first album at United Front Studios in where George used to record a lot of different, and we just threw it in that. Well, Jenny threw it in the atmosphere that she wanted to tour with. And we all believed it and knew that it could happen.
Yeah.
One thing that to the next thing.
Yeah.
We were in New York opening that
You know, I'm absolutely in awe of George. In fact, I think the very first time that I ever seen or heard of George was way back in the day. I think he made an appearance on Soul Train once upon a time, and I remember seeing him back then. So I've been a big fan, and literally, believe me, I don't have a gender of music that I'm a fan of, if you know what I mean. I'm being an engineer and a DJ at the same time. You can't sort of just say you like one kind of music. You got to like it all, right? And George has been of that caliber for so long now. It's just incredible. At the same time, what a brainchild to be able to meld not only George's sound and influences with Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf at the same time. I think it's absolutely worked.
Thank you. I mean, and our sound, of course, it changed by being on tour with them. I mean, I had this deep connection to him from the first time I heard him when I was 13. So it's almost like everyone was drawn energetically who had that same influence. Henry did, Nick did. I mean, so many people are influenced by George, but it was, and also, I had been working with Mia since she was 17 and really frustrated by other producers, who did not want her to sing with the voice that I helped her build and I knew was in there, and her authentic performance self. So these producers would come along and just, want to sing like how she looks. And not the opposite. And so I thought, okay, I started this label, and I thought I will, just give me a chance to prove that I can do this and build a band around the group and build the songs around the voice, because I come from the classical world, and that's what composers do. They write for that voice, and that's disappeared through a different way of producing in, the digital age of where you sing or not sing because you're going to produce it digitally. So, long, amazing story, and I knew about United Sound because I grew up close to there. and it had closed and was now really just a sort of a half museum. And I convinced them that we should come and we would sort of pull the white line of the band, but we didn't have to rewire the entire studio. Oh, wow. There was stuff in there, but I wasn't sure how much was in there. And we rewired it.
3 days.
3 days. It was so amazing. We made the walls, everything that was in there. And so it was still the Parliament, and Northern was in there. No board. So many of us are producers at home, and so we knew we could do it with interfaces and obviously software and some real preamps and some, of course, 6 real preamps, so maybe 5. And then we did stuff. But it was really in that room. It was just amazing. And in that house. And then we got to go back the second time because we didn't finish, and we had an amazing experience with an Uber driver who happened to have all the amps and guitars that we didn't have the first time around. So we redid. We were going to redo things, but he got so excited. And I had this idea that maybe he would listen to it if he saw that we recorded it there. So when we were done, this was 16, when we finished the album, he was playing at B.B. King's, and we all went, because many of them had never seen him live, and I took a picture of us all under the kitchen of United Sound. There's all the Parliament building records. Took a picture of us under it. I wrote on the back some food inspiration, got it to a bodyguard, took it back to him, and then at the end, he's like, who's from United Sound, you can come. So I was like so nervous, and he was on the elevator, and he was holding the envelope, so I knew he had to. She was from United Sound, and someday we recorded our whole there, I tried to tell him really fast because he's leaving, and he said, let's go when the record comes out.
Nice.
So a year later.
Nice. Now, Now, I'm kind of struggling that you guys would have Uber drivers. I thought you had limos.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm the Uber driver kind of guy. I was expecting you guys to be driving around in limos. Each and every one of you, Florida, you got to have a limo, right?
Well, we have our mobile home. We have our RV. Her name is Bessie. We'll graduate to
now, at the same time, Constance, you're the keyboardist, and believe me, how long have you been playing keyboards?
I have a very strange life and background, which I had a big career in opera for a long time, and about 8 years ago went through a big personal upheaval and just threw everything out. And I had always been a closet pianist. I mean, I played Mozart, read my own scores, but I had not ever really played by ear. And it sounds really corny. I was pushed to total madness, I think. And I started painting, and with that I started having a synesthesia type thing where something just opened up in my brain, and I couldn't stop. And I started writing, and then I produced my own album at home, and then put it out on Creative with Louisville, and that did very well, and that gave me the gut.
Well, I think you're a very, very cool keyboardist. And you see, I'm an engineer, and I've been an engineer now for 30, almost 40 years, I got to be honest with you, working with some of the best recording studios in the country, around the world, and also doing live stuff with some very famous bands around the world as well, namely a couple of really big tours, got to be honest with you. But I can't fault your work, I really, really can't. Where did you get, of course, Fat Blunt recorded?
We recorded it on tour last summer. We were on tour with George in Europe. And we started out in Glasgow, and then we were told not because of George, but because of the bookers, we couldn't get off the festival. He went to Oslo and Copenhagen and everywhere. And our next tour was in Amsterdam, so we had 5 days. So I thought, okay, let's not waste any time. Let's go to this studio I have a relationship with in Ireland that's similar to United Sound in that you, in many ways, but we could live there as a group and eat and record and eat and record and eat and eat. And so we spent 5 days with stuff that we'd already been percolating because when we were on the road with them, because first, what's crazy is he asked us, to play for him to open up in the beauty and I was told we'd have 2 minutes. And then someone in Parliament did our sound check, videoed us, and as we went out, I thought, oh my God, he's going to show this video to George. And then they came back in and said, you guys get 40 minutes and you can start. We were going to start at a real, on time, like 6:40. And now they're like, we could go on at George's time and he would go later. And that was really the beginning of what I knew. It makes me cry. It's like that this person was. I got my big start by another huge person, Leonard Bernstein, and George is like him, this huge generosity of just to give us a chance and not be worried if we're going to fall on our face or anything. Yeah. So he gave us that, and then he asked us to go to the Howard Theater a few weeks later, and then that turned in to what is now like 108, 10, I don't know how many shows, 111, and he's on our record. Like, it's insane. But when we started, hearing them every night, first of all, we're still like crazy fans. We see them and we still go, oh, we're never over it. And Blackbird, of course, and all of it. It's like, you just can't even believe it. We're with them. And every show, just soaking up what they do, and then it started to inspire all of us. And we got together, of course, every time we had a downtime, and these songs started to come up. So we went to Ireland, did that, did more shows with him, and then I shocked everyone and said we're going to cancel the rest of the shows we had with him. There were just a few, so we could go back to Ireland and finish the record. And he was really impressed with that because he wasn't. I thought he'd be upset, but he was impressed that we were so into it. And then that was July of 2018. And then in November, we played with them in New York, and we kidnapped him. Because he's like, you want to come for 5 days to Brooklyn? And he was dying to do it. And here we all are. Amazing.
It has been a journey, I've got to be honest with you. And while I've got the opportunity, excuse me, I would like to thank Thornell Jones Jr. For putting us originally onto Miss Melbourne and the Blue Wolf. Of course, we received Dare from him, and we've been communicating ever since. Now, Thornell, 13-time Grammy winner himself, would you believe, getting right behind you guys. And I got to applaud this man, I really, really do. He's got some class, he really does. And he doesn't give me anybody, or just anybody. He gives me the best in the world, and I think this is absolutely top of your list, my bro. You've done well this time, well done. And believe me, he really does do well for me. Look at that, look at that, guys. Believe me, Thornell is an absolute genius. Now, guys, I want you to tell me all about Sweet Intoxication. Where did the lyrics come from?
I wrote those lyrics about, I think, when we were in Helsinki, which was when we played that music festival in Helsinki. That day we had that rehearsal. We went into that really cool, bizarre, that tiny room. We were in Helsinki. We played Tallinn Music Week over there, which is kind of like the Europe version of South by Southwest. And we got chosen, I think it was out of 2,000 bands, and we made it down to the 100 bands, and we were from the USA, so 3 bands, I think, 3 other bands, USA. And so while we were over there, we went into this cool little rehearsal studio, and the verses came along that time, and then we wrote basically the rest of the song really in the last couple of months right before the record came out. I kind of just ran into the band and said, okay, here's the rest of the song. So, and then the whole thing kind of developed really organically in the studio, in Studio G. It really happened almost live. very organically.
Yeah, but that's where some of the best songs in the world have the longevity, is the ones that basically can be written down on a McDonald's napkin and done in 5 minutes. And believe me, I speak to so many artists around the world, and basically some of their quick stuff that happens right there on the spot is the biggest hits.
Right.
You know, so I believe this has got what I would call longevity in the music industry. I really do. Here is Sweet Intoxication by Miss Velvet in the Blue Wolf right here at Galaxy. You okay there, Barbara?
Yeah, I'm good.
How's your arm?
I'm good.
Nice, nice. You guys comfortable there? You don't need a drink?
Yeah, who is it?
Believe me, by the time you're going to get through this, you'll have a couple of bottles or something and you'll be absolutely wrecked for tonight.
Henry has some cool facts about sweet intoxication, too.
Nice, nice. By the way, we'll talk to you about that very, very shortly, Henry, but I got to let you know that Amsterdam, what a fun place to go to.
Amsterdam? Oh, so fun.
Some of us enjoyed it a bit too much.
Hello, I've been there and done that myself, actually. I toured with a band called In Excess, and we used to have valets who used to look after us. So we used to like to try and ditch these guys because we were sick and tired of meet and greets, the art shows, all the formal stuff. So we used to try and get rid of them. When we got to Amsterdam, I got rid of my guy by running up the set of stairs that said Traditional Native Dance Group. And of course, I didn't really take any notice of it until I got to the top of the stairs, and here's all these Dutch people in their traditional garb dancing away, country folk dancing. And I'm standing there, and this pretty little lady comes up, blonde hair, blue eyes, big smile, and she goes, "Do you clog?" And I went,
Do I?
Yeah. Well, being a Kiwi, I went, only if I eat too much cheese.
Yeah, Henry can laugh at you for that.
So I didn't quite get a date with her that night. Now, New York. You guys all hail from New York, or are you from different parts of America?
It's only a couple of originals.
Okay.
I recently and moved to New York.
1, 2, 3 originals.
Okay. I love New York. I love New York. I really, really do.
Me too.
I've been there a number of times and can't wait to go back again, to be very honest with you. It's,
There you got people to stay
believe me,
with.
bro, if I could play like you wouldn't be in that damn band.
Well, yes, very true. They would definitely have to.
We would fly over there.
Believe me, I would love to switch places with you, my friend. I really, really would. At the same time, we will talk about New York because, as I said, I love New York and miss it very, very much. Also, we'll talk about the upcoming shows that you've got going on, where you're playing and stuff like that. We want to get as many people in to see your shows as much as possible. Also, we'll cover things like how do the fans get hold of you, because believe me, it's been a huge question from our fans wanting to know, are you on Facebook, are you on Twitter, are you on Instagram, and do you respond? Because today's database...
Lame on Twitter, we have to admit it. We're really lame on Twitter.
We're really good on Instagram and Facebook.
I can say Henry replies.
Yeah, and of course we can always say that Henry replies. We were quite familiar with Henry's replies.
Yeah, this morning.
Thank you, Henry. It's a pleasure to see somebody. Believe me, we talk to a lot of bands, and they all say, "Yeah, we reply." No, they don't.
But he did, yeah.
But Henry, I've got to thank you very, very much.
And don't forget he's been to New Zealand 3
Yeah,
times.
at the same time, Henry, I want to talk to you about New Zealand because you've got a New Zealand connection in your past, haven't you?
I just went there for a couple of weeks, 4 years ago now.
I hope you got drunk.
Oh, yes. Very drunk. In Wellington at the Garage Project.
Brilliant, brilliant. Let's go back to the desk.
Hi, Cheryl, darling.
Intoxication breaking out the walls, you know I just can't hide what's up inside. Sweet intimacy, can't wish
As you can hear, we're having a party right here at Galaxy, being joined, of course, by Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf, and believe me, Sweet Intoxication, love it, love it, love it, really, really do. And got to applaud having a bit of brass in a band these days. Don't see enough of it, really don't. These guys are absolutely brilliant. They really, really are. Guys, I've got to applaud you. Never get enough brass. Keep that going and keep influencing people around the world with your brass talents, because believe me, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing seeing these guys here in New Zealand with these guys' talent. Now, Henry, first of all, I've got to thank you for replying to us and seeing us on the multimedias and everything like that. But you have a connection with New Zealand, don't you?
Yes. I usually in Wellington and a little bit in South Island.
You know, I can understand the South Island, but Wellington, really? You would need a couple of drinks to go to Wellington, wouldn't you?
Well, we do have a couple.
Believe me, it's the capital of New Zealand, I've got to be honest with you. That's where the politicians live. You try and avoid them like crazy, you really do.
And you know what? We have one more connection to New Zealand. Our recording engineer from his album Feed the Wolf. Our recording engineer Alex is from New Zealand. Yeah, Alex.
See, they do have class. They got a Kiwi, absolutely. And believe me, big shout out to Alex. Which part of the South Island do you know?
Oh, good question. The good parts.
Well, I'm a South Islander too, I got to be honest. I was raised there. But I was born in Phoenix. I'm an American by birth, raised in New Zealand here by a coal miner of all things. And I didn't want to do that job. I just didn't. That wasn't me at all. But believe me, we have good people in the South Island. We got absolutely great people in New Zealand. And I'm just going to ask you, we know you went to Australia. We've touched on coming to New Zealand. How would you like to do a few shows for us down here, down under?
Absolutely.
Yes. Let's go.
Well, at the same time,
Australia, so.
well, I tell you what, having, of course, a Kiwi in your entourage, and of course, Henry there, being familiar with New Zealand, you guys would now know that we're kind of crazy here down under.
Oh, we're cool with that.
We like a little bit of crazy.
Okay. Now you've just talked yourself into something really, really nuts. To be honest with you, when we get bands down here, down under, we do a few really weird and wonderful things, and just wondering if you're up for the challenges of being partly New Zealanders for a little while.
Let's try it out.
How long's a while?
For as long as you want to put up with me. How's that?
Okay.
We'll see how long we can do.
Yeah, a couple of hours. We're talking a few weeks actually, but a couple of hours. Now, at the same time, we were thinking maybe about, 5 shows here in New Zealand, and we may even re-enter the idea of taking you back over the ditch to Australia as well, only because we love their money. Believe me, I know about the Americans and the Canadians. I'm sure it's an ice hockey thing. With us New Zealanders and Australians, it's a rugby league thing.
True.
Yep.
Rugby.
Yep. We have the world champions, they don't.
It's that simple.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since they've had any silverware in their cabinet, I've got to be honest with you, and we like to be able to remind them of that. But have you guys ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
Oh,
What?
Oh, hoo-ha. I've heard about hoo-ha.
No, hoo-hoo, spelled H-U-H-U.
Hoo-hoo?
Hoo-hoo bird. No.
Yeah.
No.
And believe me, I like the American term of hoo-hoos much better than the Kiwi term, but at the same time, you've heard of a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head, and what you do with it is you put the live body in your mouth, you rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
What? Yeah, give me a hoo-hoo.
Now, the indigenous folks of New Zealand, known as the Maori, do eat them and have eaten them for many, many years. We have a thing here in New Zealand called the Wild Foods Festivals, and you can get everything, like crickets deep fried and dipped in chocolate, down to hoo-hoo grubs, and we love to be able to at least give somebody an experience they will never forget, and that's one of them, believe me.
If you get us 5 shows in New Zealand, I promise you, I give you my word right now, I will eat a hoo-hoo.
Me too. I do. You'll eat 5 hoo-hoos.
Done deal.
You'll eat half.
And see how it
Oh dear, oh dear. Good idea though, I like that idea. But at the same time, I don't know, Barbara, take them down the bottom of the South Island, throw them off a bridge. What do you reckon?
You go first.
I go first? Absolutely, I'll go first every time. We have a place down in New Zealand here called Queenstown, and down there you may see famous film stars, because believe me, it's one of those places where all the film stars like to come and forget the rest of the world and do things like bungee jumping. Nobody get vertigo?
It's on his list.
I have to do it.
On Nikki's list.
Brilliant, because believe me, we will take you down there. We also have a big swing that takes you out over the gullies and stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic. And well, I tell you what, my friend, I am a parachutist. I like to go and do a bit of skydiving. If you're in for it, I would love to be able to accompany you to do a bit of that as well.
I've done it 4 times, and I loved it, and I would love to go with you.
We're on. Absolutely stunning. At the same time, ladies, Barbara says she wants to go shopping.
Okay, no.
Ah, dear. It's going to be a lot of fun. But at the same time, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
What?
A Zorb.
Huh?
No.
Nobody's heard of a Zorb. Brilliant. It's a big round ball that we put you in and roll you down a hill.
Oh, yeah, all right. Hey, look.
Hey.
Keep them coming. Whatever you got for us, we want to experience.
Now that's 6
shows. 6 shows.
Now you're in
Okay.
6 shows.
6 shows we do the report.
Well, I tell you what, it's like human skittles. We put somebody in the ball, and then of course we get everybody to run down the hill and see if the ball will run over you. Absolutely stunning fun, and amazing looks when you roll over somebody's face in this ball. You see the look on their face at the same time. Can't get better than that. Absolutely stunning. At the same time, you need a few preparations before you get in the ball, but you never know, there might be a few extra juices by the time they get out. having said that, are you familiar with the Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, about an hour and a half's drive from where we are right now is actually Hobbiton, Middle Earth, and we can take you to the set, show you around the set, spend some time there.
Yes.
Absolutely. There you
We're
go.
down.
We-
Please don't tell us all this stuff and then not make it happen. It has to happen.
There you go, Barbara. There, it has to happen now, Barbara. You got to make it
I'll
happen.
work on female.
And of course, at the end of the day as well, we'll take you to the biggest city here in New Zealand, Auckland, New Zealand. Take you out on the harbour, have a meal, take in the ambience, have a few wines, a few drinks. We'll throw a few people off the boat. What the hell? And just enjoy ourselves. What do you reckon?
That sounds great. Yes, we're in.
Loving it, loving it, loving it. Now, our fans want to know, guys, how do they get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Yes. So Instagram is Miss_Velvet. And then Facebook is the same, Miss_Velvet, but the full name comes up, Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf, and we respond to both.
And to everything.
Yeah.
So please interact with us. We
Please,
want to hear
we
from
love
people.
talking to our fans.
Oh, you're going to regret that now. You're going to have another 5,000 fans by the end of this interview, I think. Now, having said that, do you have a website? Where can we buy your music? Are you on Amazon? Are you on iTunes, Spotify, places like that, where we can direct our people?
Amazon, Spotify. I think there will be some stores in New Zealand for vinyl because our distributor's from the UK and they put a lot of stores in Australia and in New Zealand. And of course, digitally everything, everywhere.
Yeah,
And Spotify with vinyl as well.
yeah. Did you just say vinyl?
Velvet and the Blue Wolf has everything. You can find everything on the website. I'll locate you to.
Nice. And you've got a merch store there as well?
That's
A
coming.
music store. We don't have merch. We just have the CDs and the vinyl.
Okay.
T-shirts.
Now I'm going to say to you, as soon as you said vinyl, you got me interested straight away. I'm a DJ from nightclubs back in the day as well as radio, stuff like that. And I think, that personal fingering touch on a record, you just can't miss it. You can't beat it, really. So I'm going to say to you, how would you like to send me a record?
It's on its way.
Brilliant. In fact, if you want...
Record and 6 shows, my friend.
There you go. And I tell you what, if you want to throw in a few extra CDs or something, we would be honoured to be able to do a giveaway and keep a competition rolling, keep Miss Velvet rolling here at Galaxy because we love you that much. By the way, if you ever get a chance to be able to give us a couple of T-shirts, well, when we do interviews subliminally, this sort of thing just breaks out spontaneously. It really does. And I know that the particular artist I'm wearing today, Chris Andreas, he was watching earlier on. So everybody, it's a subliminal thing. They see it, they go and check you out. They want to know who you are and why am I wearing it. So I would be honoured to be able to wear Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf at some later date down the track as well. So keep that in mind for me, would you? But in the meantime, tell me all about Bitch Honey. I'm very interested in this.
So I think it started out with me and Nick were in rehearsal, just jamming, and he started playing like this really like dope drum groove. And in my head I was like, how can I match that? And it wasn't like we were trying to build a song, we were just jamming, and I was just like trying to explore my work or whatever. And came up with the line, and Miss Velvet was like, I like that, keep playing. And we just kept playing it, and then at first it was just that beginning verse, and just the same thing over and over, and then the rest of the wolf got involved, and it became a whole thing.
Infectious.
Infectious thing.
Yeah.
And then we just added parts and kept adding parts and kept adding parts. And he's like, you gotta rock out at the O2, so you gotta add a rock out at the part.
We do this thing where we call it wolfifying. You know, we wolfify something. It means like we kick it up a notch, and that's when things like get rocked out and kind of like, you know, a little metal. So that happens in a lot of the songs.
You know, I fully understand that. I really, really do. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM is Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf, Bitch Honey.
What time's the show tonight?
Yeah, what time is your show tonight? Are we on a time frame?
8:30.
Tonight? No, our show's tomorrow night. Wait,
So
what
it
day is
doesn't
it there?
matter.
Today it's Thursday here. It's Wednesday where you are.
Thursday night, which is our
Oh,
tomorrow.
that's okay then.
Okay, that's cool. Because I was kind of hoping that we weren't going to make you rush and be late for your show or something like that. So we can relax a little bit and have a little bit more time. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, good.
Awesome. And I really wish I was there because believe me, I'm loving those those robes. I really am.
We're gonna send you a robe in your gift package.
Oh.
You're gonna get vinyl, robe, t-shirt.
And what's
We're
the...
actually making slippers too. We're gonna make slippers that say Fat Blunt on them and keep the wolf.
Oh, awesome. And believe me, because I've got a band that's sending me underwear. So,
Wear underwear.
but Miss Velvet, what is the badge you're wearing? What's the button?
This is our badge called Feed the Wolf.
Bring me some of those.
I got you.
Awesome. Believe me, because people around the world, and we do giveaways to everywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where they are. They get their prize, if you know what I mean. And
All right, we've got some cool stickers and pins, and we'll send you a bunch. Send you a beautiful care package.
awesome. I love swag. I do. I really do. Well, at the same time, all of our fans love the free swag as well. They absolutely climb over themselves, and I'm looking forward to doing a Miss Velvet giveaway. I really am. At the same time, can I be an honorary member of the Wolf congregation?
Of course, you already are.
You're part of the
We gotta hear your howl.
Yeah, you
Oh,
need to
yeah,
howl.
howl.
Very true.
Hold on. Yeah, you got a hammer? Hit me on the toe.
Right, you
Oh,
gotta
no,
howl.
good. You don't want to hear me howl, really,
Go
do you?
on.
There you go. I sound just like that.
Go on then. Come on, Grant.
You want me to howl?
Come on.
Really? On
Come on.
Facebook Live as
Come
well?
on, yeah.
Yeah?
1, 2. Woo!
I just heard that.
You just did it.
You want it a bit louder?
Oh dear. So your influences here, I think Janis Joplin, Robert Plant, Nina Simone, Etta James. What a great mix of influences that you have in your style of music.
Thank you so much. And now it's hearing a little bit. We've got some metal, and a fan the other day when we were at one of the P-Funk shows said a really great line to the band after the merge table, and they said, you know, I would classify this as porno metal in one of the songs, and we were like, all right, we'll take that. We'll take it. Let's add in some porno.
Great idea.
All right, so
Let's go back to the desk.
yeah, you're speechless.
Hi, Dwayne.
Oh dear. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 8 away from 12 o'clock. It is 20 degrees. We win. We finally get there, Barbara. We got to 20 degrees. It is Thursday, August 29th, and I got the production team cracking up in my ear right now. Of course, the influence of the music and the comparisons, of course, being Janis Joplin, Robert Plant, Nina Simone, Lucinda Williams, and Etta James. But I've just been referred as a whole new reference right now to porno metal. Love that.
But someone actually said that to us. They said this music sounds like porno metal, and it didn't shock us because it made a lot of sense.
Yes, Nikki, elaborate on that.
We've also been compared, we've also been described as heavy metal funk.
Well,
So that maybe more appropriate for the family.
Yes. Appropriate for the family.
I can see a new song coming out of this. I really can. You know, rather interested in seeing what the video would look like after that, though.
Careful.
Now, at the same time, guys, excuse me, influences yourselves. Miss Velvet, who was your biggest influence in the music industry?
Besides George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, I would go with Led Zeppelin. And I just think I'm really drawn to Robert Plant and the way he delivers on stage, and also in the recordings and the band and what they kind of were doing in that generation and what they were delivering, and being at the front line of something that was really changing in the music industry, and the sound sonically. So for me, singing-wise, that was something that I was really, really drawn to. And Connie and I always kind of spoke about something where it was genderless. The voice that I and we were creating here was genderless. And that's something where I think some of the references have been to Janis and to Plant, to James Brown. So, yeah, you can hear that from the record.
I really can. I really can identify with that. And Henry, stop playing with that fern. Come on, it's done nothing to you. He's wandering around the place with a fern. Now, at the same time, it's rather strange you would talk about Robert Plant. I met him a couple of years ago. Here in town, he actually has a relation that lives in Komodo, where we live here in New Zealand, in the Bay of Plenty, in the Bay of Islands, Bay of Plenty. But having said that, would have always be able to identify, of course, with the Janis Joplins. I see the all of the Robert Plant in there, the Nina Simone and everything like that. But who was the Etta James fan?
Oh, I mean,
It's not. It's sort of like,
If you're a musician,
Music's
you
your
yeah.
It's like butter. Who doesn't like butter?
Exactly. And believe me, I was a big fan of Etta James way back in the day. I think way before you guys were even born, I was listening to Etta James, especially through Chess Records back in the day. And what a genius that guy was to be able to find her. Now, at the same time, it is always nice to be able to have that new wave look at your music. Now, at the same time, is it hard, and it doesn't sound like it is, to write new music?
is it hard to write new music?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I find it, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing how easy it is for everybody here individually and collectively. It's like not a problem. And I get crazy about these people at songwriting think tanks and they get together for songwriting camps. It's like, I don't understand it. It's like, it's you just, the way we work, someone just plays something and it lights an ember, lights the fire and it goes. I don't get how people sit around and go, let's do, I mean, it makes no sense to me. And I think that's why, and that's where everyone's from. It's like you're moving in music all the time. It's in you.
And we definitely found our groove, especially on working on this last record. We found our groove where I'm working organized, we put into six, and then, 7 of us get together, and it just runs through our machine, and by the end of it, it comes out as, the Blue Wolf. It has that sound that is us and us only, and that nobody else really ever come up with.
I absolutely understand that, and good reference to the think tank thing. Believe me, I talk to so many artists and so many writers, and they get together, have big expos, and I'm thinking, really, do you need to have a big expo to be able to write a song these days?
No, it's crazy. It's just a way that people make money and charge people to come and do that. I just don't get it. And that's also why, my theory is that's why so much music today sounds exactly the same. Yeah. Because everyone locked in with the same formula. It can only be this way, and it only be these chord progressions, and it only can sound like this. And that's then becomes a formula like McDonald's. And
Exactly. And I've actually said to one person who did about 10 different meetings in one day for about 10 different artists to write music for, and I'm saying to this person, how do you not carry over the last song into the next person's music that you're writing for? And they said, oh no, it's quite easy, we just diverse ourselves from that and create something else. And I'm going, that would be damn near impossible for me, because I'd always have this one thing stuck in my mind. The next time somebody else is going to cop that as well, and so forth and so forth, if you know what I mean. So it must be quite a talent, and it must be a blessing for you guys, because you meld so well together to be able to make your music that you don't have other people doing that for you.
Well, another thing is that we're all like true instrumentalists. So we all take our craft seriously. And with that comes creativity and spontaneity. Yeah. So when you're in a room with a drummer who starts playing a groove that you've never heard before, it's going to spark something in you, especially if you're a creative musician. Like, it's going to spark something in you. So then once me and Nick are on the same page, then that's going to spark something in Henry. And that's going to spark something in Connor. Then the horns over there in their little corner, and then they come out with something. Yeah. And then this moment comes and adds the splash on it, and then that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. It's a big old pot.
It's language. It's really it's a language.
It is.
And that's what I think is lost with a lot of new bands and fabricated music making, is there is not true listening and speaking. And so what's so great about our shows is that everyone plays something different. Something new always happens, and people love us live, but that's when you're supposed to love music. It's live. It's exciting.
There's something fresh about it. So for every show, exactly what C. Diddy was saying, there's always something fresh that the fans can grab onto, and also all the fans gravitate to each individuality that we have in this band, and that's what's really cool to see. It's so special.
I can absolutely see that. I'm a big fan, I've got to be honest with you, of the Blue Wolf, and I want to know, how do I feed the wolf?
Be authentic, my friend. That's how you feed it. You feed it.
Yeah, well, yeah, right here at Galaxy is Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. Feed the wolf. How are you going, Miss Velvet? How you going there, guys? You all right?
Open the door. Do you guys mind if we light up?
No, please. Be yourselves. Be yourselves, please.
Look at the sky. We also have a pink sky gracing us right now. The beautiful pink sky.
Nice. A what? Pink sky.
Pink sky outside.
Pink sky outside. Yeah, it's sunset over there. The sun's going down. If you've got them, light them. If you've got to drink them, please. Be yourselves.
I gotta take a picture. Well, I gotta take a picture of the sky. Sorry.
Yep. And post.
There we go. In the meantime, our team behind us are taking photos as well. You'll get copies of that. Probably we'll hold you to ransom with the smoking ones.
I'm not filming them. I'm not filming them. No, I'm not filming them.
So now we've come back to 5 shows.
Exactly. Look, we're not kidding. I mean, we're really excited when you say something like that. We want to be there really badly. If you can help, if you can facilitate in any way, like, please, like, we really want to do it.
We had a really, really great turnout at Byron Bay this last year. They were saying that we were the highlight of 2019, and that was really cool that a lot of Australians, discovered us there. So we are so game to come back. We really love that part of the world.
Awesome. And I tell you what, we'll make sure that Byron Bay is on the list for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Because we love Byron Bay as well. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to going bungee jumping with you, my friend. I really, really am. And seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee. I was talking to a guy the other day who came from the outback and was brought up in the outback, and I says to him, did you see kangaroos? And he goes, oh, I saw them every day. They went bouncing through our backyard,
The wallabies.
Yeah, and I said to him, why don't kangaroos bounce backwards? And he went, I don't know. Why don't they? They can't. Their tail won't let them. That's a typical Aussie answer, isn't it? I don't know. Why don't they? Did you manage to drink any beer in Australia? Did you do Foster's?
How's the beer in Australia?
We drink some beer, but I prefer the beer in New Zealand.
Believe me, we'll sort you out with plenty of alcohol in New Zealand. We'll roll up the tankers. But the Australians have a beer over there called 4X. And the only reason why it's called 4X is they couldn't spell beer. It's true, I tell you, it's true. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Miss Blue Wolf and Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. Now, you guys are in Florida right now, and apparently there's a rather heavy weather cell coming your way. I see there's been photos of the sunset out there tonight. It looks rather amazing. Are you going to pass those photos on to us, Constance? Yeah. Nice. At the same time, now I've got to ask you, you guys have been on tour around the world and have been entertaining some various countries around the world. Does the UK and Europe receive you in a different way than what they do in America?
They definitely have a special energy. I mean, I remember in Paris was one of our favorite shows because the energy of the crowd was just max. Like, they were just giving us so much love. We were on stage. But yeah, there are definitely like some corners around the world where we feel a special vibe.
Yeah, I was just wondering about that because, hello, I'm having my photo taking, I think. Maybe not. Believe me, you don't want to show anybody that simply because your phone won't understand it.
Don't worry, it's just for my own use.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. One guy said to me the other day, you're a bit blurry, Grant. I went, no, that's the way I always look. Now, at the same time, do you think Germany, for instance, is a different kind of crowd than what you would get, say, in Ireland? You were mentioning about Ireland, maybe through the Isles and places like that, compared to, say, Australia, for instance?
Well, the Germans, we haven't played there yet, and we're working on that for next year, but they think of us as heavy metal. I mean, it's less funk, more heavy metal. It's pretty funny.
Okay, well, I could see that, actually.
I would say Australia, though, was...
Yeah, it was special.
Byron Bay was one of the 2 best shows.
It was
so
amazing.
far. It was unbelievable. What happened that night with the audience was one for the books.
You know,
really.
Australians are different people, though, aren't they? They're very, very welcoming people. They love their music in Australia. They really do. And they love something new and fresh, much like yourselves. So, yeah, I could see that. I really, really could. And would be very, very interested in maybe taking you back to Byron Bay and having another show there.
Yes. I didn't see one. He saw one. I didn't see it.
Well, I tell you what, you know that we have a very special a thing going between New Zealand and Australia. But you know that little island down the bottom of Australia called Tasmania?
Yes.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You see, it's connected to the New Zealand underwater intercontinental shelf. We actually own it. So, are you up for a bit of fun? Because, believe me, I love April Fool's Day. I really do. April 1st. I got in touch with the Australian Parliament over there and asked to speak to their leader, the Prime Minister, and asked if we could possibly have our back taxes back because it doesn't belong to them, it's ours.
And what they say?
No. So I said to them, okay, well, fair enough, that's fair enough, you can have that. So I got in touch with the local Navy and got in touch with the head guy at the Navy in Auckland and asked them if we could get a couple of our boats to go over and tow it back.
And what they say?
Love the idea, let's do it. You know, so that's how much we love our Australian cousins. We really, really do. We want to take our island back. But at the same time, they can keep the little animals on there. I think they call them devils or something like that. We can't be bothered with those. But having said that, here in New Zealand, we would love to be able to see you playing live. And we have a number of bands that we have here in New Zealand that would love to be able to accompany you and putting a show together. 5 shows, you say? I'm up for that. I really, really am. What sort of crowds were you getting in Australia? Between 5 and 10,000 people, maybe more?
No. I would say we had about 1,000 in Byron Bay.
Okay. We kind
Legitimate 1,000 people.
Yeah, we kind of look towards maybe filling a room of about 5,000, to be very honest with you. We think you're of that calibre, if you know what I mean.
Let's do it. I mean, we're in venues that big right now with George. Right. On this One Nation Under Group tour. They're much bigger venues.
Okay, well, believe me, we would love to be able to put you in some absolutely stunning venues that we have here in New Zealand. You know, it can't be all fun and games. We have to get down and do some work as well. But at the same time, I think we've got some perfect bands to be able to accompany these people, don't you, Barbara?
We do, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got Devilskin in mind. And believe me, check out a band called Devilskin here in New Zealand. You will love these guys. They are hot right now. They really, really are. And I'm thinking maybe 2010 circuit, 2020 circuit, what do you reckon?
2020. Let's do it. Let's go back to Australia and then come to you.
Yeah. You'd need to come here after Australia just to detox.
Come on.
That almost is a nasty freak, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. So, guys, tell me all about Nasty Freak. How did you come to the lyrics of that?
You want to go with Nasty Freak?
We're just so talented. There's more of a groove for a long time.
Sure.
We had this beginning groove with the lyrics, and then I had the chorus groove, but we had no lyrics, so we kept singing like da 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 da, just screaming with da 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 da, and then we were like, why don't we just sing da 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 Nasty Freak? And that's kind of how it happened.
That one was like a perfect meeting. I had a bass line, and then Henry had the chorus part. I'm like, I don't know what else to add to this. And he was like, I don't know what else to add to this. I think, so let's put them together. I'll make my part the the first part, and we'll take that part and make the chorus. And it's like,
At the same time, James, I've got to ask you, do you slap bass as well?
yes.
That's not easy. Believe me, I've given it a go. It's not easy to be able to get those notes clean, eh?
You gotta do it sometimes to add a little strength to it.
Yeah. Believe me, I've been a roadie and I play pretty much everything. Not well at all, to be very honest with you. My profession is I play the full better than any instrument in the world. But I do know how to play almost every instrument. We've had to string, we've had to tune, you've had to do everything as you know. But I tried playing slap bass once and I just couldn't quite get it. Just wondering if you're proficient at it.
Your thumb starts to really hurt after a while sometimes. Or bleed.
Exactly.
That's what it takes.
Believe me, I was getting a callus there for a long time. I really was, you know. Absolutely, I understand that, James, I do. So, right here at Galaxy, here is Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf and Nasty Freak. You okay? Okay, that time.
Wait, do you want the coffee?
Yeah, do, absolutely. Go hard. Guys, thank you for staying. I see you. I see you. You're looking at me. I'm looking at you. I can see you. Yeah, I can. But we're all looking at Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Aren't they stunning people?
Yeah.
A life of luxury. Look at that.
Yeah, but they're usually in their motorhome. It's not enough.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Are you comfortable there, guys? You don't need a stiff drink yet?
We're cruising, man.
Nice. Miss Velvet, I really got to say I'm a huge fan. Love your voice, I really do.
Thank you.
And I'm so serious when I say I would love to see you guys live on stage. I really would. Because I think you would warrant at least 5 shows here in New Zealand, quite comfortably. And I reckon we could fill a room. I really do.
We're in, man. We really are.
Nice.
And we're getting a lot of feedback right now on Facebook just after the record coming out, and a lot of it's Australians. I mean, everyone's really behind this, so let's do it. We want to be with you guys, man.
Absolutely, and you know something, it is an absolute pleasure playing your music here at Galaxy. We have a global following, if you know what I mean, and we get so many people say to us, they want to know more about Dare, they want to know more about, of course, Rain, stuff like that. Of course, we're promoting your new album right now, if you know what I mean. But we have so many people wanting to know about Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. To be honest, we were getting information from Thornell Jones Jr., stunning information, but that's all we had, if you know what I mean. So we needed to get this personal touch happening so that the
And
listeners...
at our shows too, we do something really special too as a band. After each show, we come out to the merch table and we hang out there. So we encourage fans to come up and hang out with us and talk to us. We are there all night. That's what we do.
Nice.
We do it at every show. So if we're over there, just come hang with us. That's our motto. Come hang with us. Let's talk music. Let's hang.
And at the same time, we'll go out and smoke a blunt, right?
So.
Now, I got to be honest, this morning when I got called into work, normally I get into work about 2 o'clock in the morning, but Barbara was working through the night last night and she told me that I had to come in and work with the production team to make this interview happen today, because we weren't actually sure that we were going to be talking to you today. So we've really gone that extra mile. But the first song I heard of you guys this morning was Super Bon Bon, and instantly loved it.
Yay.
So
That's a popular song. So popular.
okay, well, I tell you what, I want to talk about that because it's an absolute stunning song. When you're sitting in the production room at 3 o'clock in the morning, blurry-eyed, with a cup of coffee in your hand, and then something of this quality comes on, man, I was impressed. I really was.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. We only have like 5 more minutes, unfortunately.
Hold on.
What did she say?
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and believe me, a very, very interesting story is, of course, Barbara not being with us this morning. She was working from her home office talking to Thornell Jones Jr., who was a selector for the Grammys. 1:30 in the morning, she was up talking to him, and she gave me a call. She says, Grant, you got to get into the office. You got to go and get the production team in town to go to work, and we're going to be downloading all of the new work from Miss Melbourne and Blue Wolf, and we need to do it today because we're doing the interview today, which we were not aware of. In fact, we were sort of kind of thinking, yes, we're going to do the interview over the last couple of weeks, but we're never confirmed until, about 2 o'clock this morning, Barbara? Something like that. So we got into work, and we're sitting there, me and the production team, and had blurry-eyed, you know, as you would be at that time in the morning, coffee in hand, and the first song we heard was Super Bon Bon. Absolutely took our breath away. Guys, tell me all about Super Bon Bon. Where did the creation come from?
It's a cover of a soul popping song from the 90s. It's kind of like a cult underground cult classic. Like, a lot of people are really in love with that song, and we thought it had a really interesting groove, but we knew if we ran it through the Blue Wolf machine, it would come out with something different, and sure enough, it did. And it took us to a new place. It allowed us to explore new things with our music, and we had a lot of fun with it from start to finish.
You know, I absolutely loved it right from the start. Now, I'm one of these guys, if it doesn't grab you straight away, I might get around to it. I'm one of those guys that has around to it, if you know what I mean, that never really does. But Super Bon Bon instantly, and I got to be honest, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't expect to hear quality like this. You really, really don't. So where did you get it recorded?
Grouse Lodge.
Grouse Lodge, where we did the whole Feed the Wolf album.
And fun fact with that too, in Ireland. Everything you're hearing, so that vocal take, it's one vocal take.
Brilliant.
So there's copy and pasting in that. It's just one full vocal take that we did in Grouse Lodge, and that was awesome because it was basically coming off of a bunch of shows. So when we went into the studio, we were all kind of right there in the pocket. And really, it was only a couple takes on everybody's part for each section. It was, takes, basically.
You know, you guys would be an engineer's dream to work with. You really, really would. Being an engineer myself, I would love to be able to sit down and do a recording session with you guys because, believe me, I think it would be absolutely stunning. But one vocal take, unheard of.
And she's the one to do it.
So, right here at Galaxy, we got to do it. Here it is, Miss Melbourne and the Blue Wolf and the Super Bon Bon.
nobody knows something that the other place.
It's like a neat. But it was that whole
So we've got one more song to play, which is of course Rain. I was told just moments ago in my headphones that 7,992 requests since we've started playing it. So that's the official score.
Wow, amazing. Thank you to all those fans there. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, kids.
And we love it. We really, really do. If we had a little bit more time, I'd like to put in Dare as well, but we don't, unfortunately, because we have another studio and we're chewing into their time at the moment. But guys, I absolutely love your style. I really, really do. I think there should be more of you guys out there in the world. And I really am a big fan of the brass guys. I really am. You know, you guys just absolutely make today's bands. You really do. Encourage more people. More brass. We need more brass.
More brass.
You know, and Constance, I think you're a genius.
We think she's a genius.
She is.
Let's get together, Constance, and make a marketing team together. What do you reckon? I'll get my people to talk to your people, and we'll come up with an idea and make a marketing team.
No problem. We need marketing everywhere.
Do, absolutely. At the same time, after we do this interview, if you don't mind hanging in there for about 5 or 10 minutes longer, we'll do some silly photo stuff like that we can put on our website and promote you as much as possible there. A little video as well. And as it says, we'll send you some silly photos as well. You'll be able to show all of your friends. But at the same time, I've got to let you know, we had a couple of Canadians come into New Zealand not so long ago. You guys have McDonald's over there, don't you? Everybody, it's everywhere, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, over here, I don't know about America. Do they have the big American breakfast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Over here we have the big Kiwi breakfast, right? Now, these Canadians come into McDonald's and they, you know, two of them are sitting there and the lady says, "Would you like a Kiwi breakfast?" And the first guy got all irate, saying it's a national bird. You can't eat kiwi here in New Zealand. It's illegal. Rah, rah, rah. And the other guy goes, "Just a small one." True story. I was there. I witnessed it. I watched it happen. It was funny as. Because, of course, kiwis are our national bird.
What is that?
The kiwi is a national bird. I was talking to a band member coming out of Long Island, and he's. I was talking to a band member coming out of a band that's based in Long Island, and he says to me, "Our national bird, of course, being the bald eagle, who would win in a fight?" And I said, "Well, if you were going for breakfast, the eagle would have our bird hands down." And he goes, "Really? I thought they were big and tall and strong and stuff like that." I said, "No, that's a bird that used to exist many, many hundreds of years ago called a moa. And believe me, the only people that have mowers around here do their lawns now." It's true. Absolutely brilliant guy too, by the way. He's out of a band called the Voices of Extreme. And he's just cut an album with Debbie Gibson.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Anyway, Rain is next, and then we'll do all the crazy stuff.
Yeah,
what do you reckon,
really
Barbara?
crazy.
How's your hand going?
Yeah, it's all right.
She's holding up this selfie stick wand thingy, you know. And her arm gets tired after a while, and I've deliberately been
They're doing the
holding
dance
this one
for
long.
me though.
Let's go on.
Super
funny, Barbara. That's very, very funny, actually. It is 27 after 12 o'clock, 20 degrees downtown, heading, well, we've gone past our high of 16, the weatherman says. Thursday, August 29th, and I'm joined by what I think is this year's Grammy winners in their section, Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf. They have got the Kiwi vote. They really, really have. They've got Galaxy's vote. And guys, I did quote about 7,000 plus for requests. Apparently has gone over that already. It's just skipped over that. You're into the 8,000s now for requesting Rain. Yep, I was very surprised. She says, you know, you've been talking about it all morning. You played it once on the breakfast show today, and it has come up over 8,012. Okay, 8,012 requests so far for Rain. Now, I got to ask. I know it's a cover, but why did you do that particular track?
I actually kind of grew up listening to one of the originals, Ann Peebles, who did I Can't Stand the Rain, and then my father loved Tina Turner's version. And I remember as a little girl, it just, when I hear that song and her voice, it just brings back some of the most beautiful memories of my dad. And when we brought it to when I brought it into the band, it was something that meant a lot to me. And so the band was like, all right, let's wolfify this and, make it our own. And it was something that we were doing in New York City at a bunch of our residencies. And people were really digging it, and they were loving it. And it kind of was, the beginning of also what you say, the horns, really bringing in stylistically, how are we going to make the horns do something with, rock and soul, blues. And so this song was really kind of the beginning of that.
I absolutely get that. I really, really do. And I tell you what, I like the change up at the end. Instead of just mellowing out, you took it to that extra level, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. We wolfify
that.
That's a term I'm going to get very, very used to very, very often. I'm really going to use that term. Let's wolfify it. Absolutely. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM is Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf with over 8,000 requests so far. Here's Rain. Love those drums. Love those drums. So what we'll do now, after we do this, we'll wrap it up on air. And but don't go anywhere just yet. As I say, we'll do a little crazy video that we can put on our website. We'll take a couple of photos that we can put on Facebook and all the multimedia stuff like that. I hope you don't mind everybody seeing you in their bathrobes. They already have.
Thank you guys so much for all of this love. It really, and the support, it means so much. All across the world like this, I mean, this is extraordinary. We really, really appreciate this.
Well, I tell you what, we only play the best music. We only play the best music on Galaxy, and you guys are killing it. Honestly.
Thank you. It's an honor to be with you guys. Thank you.
Well, the honour is mine. Literally. I'm very, very humbled that you all took the time out to come and talk to this old ugly bugger down here in New Zealand, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. But I can't wait to thank you guys personally, each and every one of you, when you guys get here.
Can't wait. Let's do it. Get there. We're not going to forget this.
Please don't. But I tell you what, do me a favour. When you pick up your Grammy Award, give us a shout out. Will you give us a phone call and say, we've got it. Send us a photo, with your award. Awesome.
We can always do
awesome.
it. I'm friendly with Henry, so I'll send him all the info.
Yeah, you're going to get on to Henry, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch out, Henry. Barbara's going to keep an eye on you.
He's going to get all the photos today.
Oh, dear. Barbara was saying that you're going to be the recipient of all the photos and everything today, so that you can share them out amongst the gang.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how enthusiastic he is?
I think I'm friendly with Constance I'm friendly with Constance.
By the way, Constance, I think Barbara's friendly with you as well, so she'll send stuff to you as well. Okay, Constance?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
And to their page. We'll bomb it.
We'll bomb their
Bomb
page?
the
You're going to bomb their page?
Yes.
Oh, look out. We're going to bomb your page. Are you alright there, James?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. And guys, absolute pleasure to have you join us. It is an absolute, you know, maybe I may get 1 or 2 artists out of a band, but to have the whole band,
That's
man,
fantastic.
it speaks volumes, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got to admit, I can't wait to go driving in my car to listen to the rest of your album. I really. But I tell you what, if I get a ticket, I'll get the police officer to take my photo and send it to you.
Yeah. Our video comes out Friday here, which is this Saturday. The video is not.
Yeah, we're actually releasing it to the world, aren't we?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's extra special for me. I really thank you for that, for allowing us to do that.
Well, it's, we're so appreciative that you're playing our music and you're getting out there for us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't have a job, guys. You know, honestly, keep up the good work and keep coming back to us. Please, will you come back again?
Yes. We're coming, remember?
Yeah, but I want to hear from you forever, so whenever you bring out new work, let us know.
We already got the third album started. It's already we're going.
Awesome. And Thornell, I'm coming back for another lecture at your class. Don't you worry, man, I'm coming back. Thornell's a genius, absolute genius. And Constance, you and Thornell together, killer team.
Our team. Power.
That's how I know you're going to get a Grammy.
From your mouth, my mouth to the Grand Canyon, your mouth to Dallas.
Well, we've got a galaxy.
Yeah, that's it.
We do, absolutely. And being a pilot of the ships from time to time, it can be quite fun. It really can. Like it has been today, guys. Thank you for sitting in for the extra long interview with Miss Velvet and Blue Wolf. It has been an absolute pleasure, especially playing Rain, the #1 requested song here at Galaxy for Miss Velvet and Blue Wolf. Coming in second is Dare, and we're now releasing their brand spanking new album. It's been an absolute ball doing this. Guys, I am going to absolutely have a ball with you guys when you come down here in New Zealand. I'm going to have to take you to a place called Hell's Gate. And the indigenous folks of New Zealand, being the Maoris, this is like Yellowstone National Park with all the bubbly stuff and the geysers and stuff like that. We'll take you there and show you how to cook food with all the natural all the natural geysers and stuff, the hot water.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to do cooking lessons.
You're not going to do what? Will you do the spa and stuff?
Yeah, but not.
You'll do the
cooking,
spa and
but
all of
not
that sort of
cooking
stuff.
lessons,
Okay, fair enough. Because believe me, great place to go and have a relax as well. Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and of course being joined today by Miss Melbourne and the Blue Wolf, originally coming out of New York, and of course today they're in Florida enjoying the robes. I see they're absolutely stunning robes. I've really got to get me some of those. But at the same time, it has been an absolute pleasure breaking all this new music to the world that we received earlier on this morning. Guys, I am so humbly grateful to all of you for tuning out and taking part in this hilarious interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I got to be honest with you, let's put a cap on it. Oh, that's the best I could do. I tell you, I need a bit of practice, right?
That's great.
That's great.
Okay, don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to do another couple of things, but thank you so much. And please, come back again when you've got new music. We would love to be able to do this again. And welcome to the Galaxy family, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the Wolfpack.
Can't wait to come to New Zealand.
Yes, we can't wait for that either. And believe me, what a heck of a show. 5 shows is going to be here in New Zealand. We might do a few in Australia as well. But in the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting every time.